AITA for getting pissed and telling my husband and kids to get out of my ass and stop following me. Title sounds bad. Hear me out. I'm 44F. Husband is 46 meters and our kids are 12F and 14 meters. None of them have boundaries. And I mean, not even like the slightest of boundaries. Most mornings as soon as my husband, who gets up before me, hears me get up, he is immediately up my ass. Like follows me into the bathroom or stands directly behind me when I am making coffee. To a point where I am literally tripping over him and feel boxed in. My kids are the exact same way. Both my husband and I work from home and homeschool the kids, so I know this is not merely a "they just miss you" issue. We also do family activities every night from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's not a "you don't spend enough time with them" issue. So like I said, my kids are the same way my husband is. They will stand behind me, directly behind me, whenever I am washing dishes, cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, etc. My 12-year-old even insists on touching my shoulder from the back seat while I am driving. The tip of the iceberg was these past 4 days. I have brought up multiple times with all of them that I need space. Personal space. I've discussed boundaries. They literally laugh. But these past 4 days I have been on some very important business calls, and then to top it off, I get a call saying Mom is in the hospital. She broke her hip. I can't be there due to COVID. Every single fucking time I am on the phone, all 3 of them have repetitive questions. Who are you talking to? Is it important? If I shush them, they say, well, and expect me to answer them. So finally I fucking had it and screamed at them to get out of my fucking ass and to stop following me. Again, they fucking laughed and carried on. So I locked myself in the bedroom. Which, yes, they did continuously walk by the door, which is at the far end of a dead-end hallway. My father is saying I'm a fucking dick. I was on the phone with him at the time of my outburst. And that I should be happy they still want you because most husbands and children are estranged once you've been together for a while and grow up. AITA. NTA. The fact that they laughed at you would be enough to pack a bag and your laptop and get a hotel for a couple of days. Let them deal with the house and all the shit that goes with it. If they still don't respect you, thanks to their dad, maybe you need to rethink things. He's teaching them disrespect and gaslighting. It's pure shit. Well, screaming at them was probably not your finest hour. But I agree that this is weird, and over time gotten progressively more and more exasperating. Info. Have you actually asked them all why they're following you around? Like point blank, but calmly. In the moment turn and ask, why have you been standing behind me for the last 15 minutes? Do you need something? Quote. And assuming there's not a good answer from them about that, one way you could try and turn the tide is to institute the "if you've got time to lean, aka stand around and watch me, then you've got time to clean" rule, where you assume folks following you around are just in need of an activity. And so you assign them one, like doing the dishes, vacuuming, cleaning the bathroom, cleaning their bedrooms, doing laundry, etc. Especially if they're just literally standing there watching you do some of those things without helping. NTA. It seems that your husband has taught your children to disrespect you and your boundaries, and that's not even remotely okay. It sounds like you all need some serious family counseling, even if it has to be by phone because of COVID. I would have reacted the same way if I felt cornered, boxed in and ignored. NTA. I'd move out lol. NTA. People get divorced because of this, and I don't blame them. It's funny you made a throwaway for this. Not sure what the point is there since you don't seem to have any privacy. But NTA, from how you describe it, sounds like a lot of the people close to you have no respect for you. NTA. I literally felt my skin crawl reading this. Because I'm the same way. I need my space like 90% of the time. You need to get your husband to understand and respect your boundaries. Your kids will never learn if your husband keeps showing them that the behavior is acceptable. Do what you have to do to make him understand that you are dead serious about this, even if it means leaving for a few days. NTA. Why is a grown man following you around like a lost puppy? Does he have friends? Why doesn't he go out and socialize? Your kids have probably learned this from him, and major red flag that they laugh when you ask them to respect such a basic boundary such as personal space. I would have lost my shit WAAAAY before then. I truly feel sorry for you. NTA. I tell my fiancé and kids to figure it out and lock myself in my bedroom. Moms need personal space and alone time. NTA. I'm shocked you've made it this long without blowing up. Apologize to the kids, not the adult-ass man, for screaming, but be clear that this is going to change now. If they don't respect your boundaries, literally remove yourself from the situation. Repeat until they get it. Have you tried just handcuffing him to the bed before he wakes up so you get to do your morning routine without his supervision, then uncuffing him after? Or just straight up stomping on his toes if he continues to box you in? He knows, and you know you don't need his micromanagement. He could obsessively supervise the kids instead, but he's chosen to encourage them to join in with his manipulative game. He has taught this behavior to them and normalized it, so it's now an essential part of their lives. It's got to the point where your children have more rights than you do, because if your phone call wasn't important, what would they do? Tell you off like you're the child. NTA. Hopefully, you won't have to resort to handcuffs or stomping on toes to keep them out of the way, and you can find a way to also help your kids unlearn this disturbing behavior. Perhaps a therapist could help them manage their controlling behavior patterns towards you. NTA. I was ready to say YTA, but they should be able to take your answer and your boundaries seriously. This isn't not having boundaries, this is ignoring someone's polite request to have a little space while doing something as minor as washing dishes, making a coffee. But your husband is taking a major boundary step by following you into the bathroom and shit. Like WTF. NTA. You did your best to talk to them about what you want. They didn't take you seriously. And everyone needs space and time for themselves sometimes. And they need to respect and love you enough to also care about your needs. NTA. Enough is enough. You tried to discuss it. They failed to acknowledge your concern. NTA. For blowing up, you can only take so much. NTA. My first thought was to get a water gun, and every time someone is in your personal space, free shower. It works on my cats. Sometimes. NTA. May I suggest investing in a good fly swatter? Works for all types of pests. NTA. I really wanted to say for honestly, having a partner who laughs away your feelings and problems is so messed up. Personally, I also have a need for personal space. It's definitely ended some relationships as well. Honestly, if you want to stay together, I recommend some serious family counseling or divorce, but those kids need counseling either way. NTA. But how did you allow this to continue to happen for 14 years? This should have been nipped in the butt years ago, before they grew up this way. And that includes having a serious talking to with your husband about this lack of space. You're reaping what you sowed. Unless there is some missing info. This isn't something that just started happening. Your kids are 14 and 12. You're also to blame for not teaching your kids boundaries. Getting angry and cursing at them sure isn't going to teach them now. Put on your consistent parenting hat and drill it into their brains. NTA, but I would hand them something to do so they are not standing there. Here you go, wash these dishes and I will stand right behind you. Or, here you go, husband. You can make the coffee this morning. Like rats deserting the ship, they will run.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.